Hey folks, Mike here from Ollie, and today I'm excited to introduce Smart Sync, a new extension in Ollie Pro that's going to save you a ton of time when working with repetitive layouts in the WordPress block editor. If you've ever built a page with a row of cards, a grid of features, or any kind of repeating layout, you know the pain. You style one block exactly how you want it, and then you have to click into each similar block one by one and repeat those same changes over and over. It's tedious, it's time consuming, and honestly, it's just the kind of thing that should be easier by now. That's exactly what Smart Sync solves. Instead of styling each block individually, you can now make your changes once and apply them to all similar blocks instantly. Let's hop into WordPress and see how it works. All right, so here we are in the WordPress block editor, and we are looking at a pricing page layout. And I thought this would be a great example because there are lots of columns and grids and information stacks, which means there's a lot of repetitive tasks that we're doing in designs like these. So normally if I wanted to change the font size in a grid like this, I'm going to come over here and change it right here. Same with this. And if I'm changing this button, I'm going to make it a smaller font size. Now, I was able to do that pretty quickly, not a huge deal, but look at the rest of the grid items. They have the same design. So then I have to come in here. This is what a lot of people do. This is what I do as well. And change it all manually. And there's a few ways around this. You can copy and paste styles on some elements, and maybe you could use a synced pattern in some instances, but you're still just left with doing a ton of repetitive tasks. And so we decided to solve this with something called Smart Sync. So I'm going to flip over to that same grid, and now watch what happens when I change this font size. I get a pop-up down here in the corner. It says sync 6 similar blocks, and if I click the sync, you can see it took that same style and applied it across the same text items in the grid. Let's try it again. And you can see it took it again, automatically styled all of those elements for me. Let's just go ahead and finish it off with the button size there. And it synced it. So what's happening is it's determined that this whole section can be safely synced together for our styles. And it's if you click a grid item, you can see there is a synced status on it. And if I go up to the grid, the overall grid level as well, you can see it's synced there. Now I can turn this off and I can go back to making my changes and it'll work like it did before. Or I can come in here and manually turn it on just by clicking this little icon in the toolbar. So now these items are synced again, and say I wanted to just really quickly get a dark mode style going here, and I wanted to make this a little punchier like that. So you can see how quickly I was able to change all those styles. And this is really cool because it's really nice to be able to quickly iterate on a design kind of while you're working on it and not have to get lost in all these settings panels and everything. And so I'm just doing the work once, and I can make changes on any of these grid items, by the way, and it will automatically do that. So again, it's like I'm not having to hunt and kind of select certain elements. I'm just moving and designing quickly. So same thing down here. This is not a grid, but it is a repeated design. And so I can come in here and change this font size, and it asks if I want to sync it. I say yes. And there we go. Let's change those styles there. Maybe I want this to be a little bit bigger as well. We have a pricing table at the top. Maybe we can work the styles there a little bit. It asks if I want to sync it. I say yes. Let's go ahead and maybe make this a little more interesting. And we can change all the font sizes in here just by selecting the group. And let's make this a little punchier. So as you can see, I just was super quickly able to make a ton of changes all at once with Smart Sync. And the really cool thing was, obviously this saved me a ton of time, but it was actually fun to design this way. It felt kind of magical to be able to apply those changes so quickly and just move on to the next thing. So this is going to save people a ton of time, and I cannot wait to see how you guys use it. So that's Smart Sync, a faster way to keep your repetitive layouts consistent without the repetitive work. And just like all of our Ollie Pro extensions, it blends right into the native WordPress interface and feels like it's always been there. Head on over to olliewp.com to get started with Ollie Pro and unlock Smart Sync along with our full suite of powerful extensions. All right, thanks for hanging out with me. I'll see you in the next one.